It's another Transfer Talk episode. Once again, everything is eating up. The Premier League countdown is officially on, just about a month away until the new season begins. But before then, we have lots of transfers, to talk about. Clubs are strengthening ahead of the new campaign. And first off, Victor, Arsenal, after almost a year, I kid you not, after almost a year chasing this player, Arsenal finally announced, the signing of Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad, £51 million on a 5-year contract. Victor, how would you rate this signing?
I'm very inclined to give it a 9.5 actually. But I'll stick with a 9. I feel like he is very well suited to what will be required. He's very familiar with how things should be done at Arsenal, and I think he will be one of the better transfers this season. The only minor concern I have is with the physicality. It's a totally different league compared to the Spanish one, so he might have a little bit of an issue there. Apart from that, brilliant signing.
Mm. Stranger things have happened. First time Victor is being this generous on the signing. Anyway, anyways, moving on. I'm still with you, Victor. Napoli have actually tabled a 47 million offer for Darwin Nunez, 43 million upfront and 4 million extra in potential bonuses. In your opinion, should Liverpool accept this or not? Considering that this would be a loss from the amount Liverpool signed him for.
It's not even about the loss, It's about the fact that for for tragic reasons, Jota isn't there anymore either. And selling Darwin Nunez as well, there isn't like a whole lot of really available strikers on the market. Like it's more of a seller's market right now in terms of strikers. There are a lot of top clubs looking for top strikers. Not to say Nunez is a top striker, don't get me wrong, but who do you replace him with? You need a top striker, right? So I just think that either they should hold out for more or not sell him at all.
Yeah, the problem is if your offers are coming from Italian sides, I don't think you get more than this. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
it might be as good as it gets, especially with Italian sides. That's absolutely true.
Yeah, anyways, fair enough. And over to you, Max. And still with Liverpool, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding Luis Diaz over, the past couple of days. And now multiple outlets are reporting that he has told Liverpool he wants to join Bayern Munich. And in a window where Liverpool could potentially lose Diaz and Nunez, and just like Victor said, after the tragic incident with Jota, how do you think all of this in sum total affects Liverpool's transfer plans?
I mean, yeah, selling Nunez is not really a loss for me. It's better to earn any money, but losing Diaz is probably a bad move for Liverpool because they don't. I mean, they need a striker, but now they probably need to sign a winger as well. And currently, there are not a lot of rumors about them signing somebody. And now with current roster, I'd say there's not many options for the attack. So I feel like they should definitely dive in the market and try to sign somebody.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, if they lose this much players, then it seems like Liverpool could go from looking for a striker to looking for two to even potentially three offensive players, which is going to be a very big issue. And still with you, Max, rate Anthony Elanga to Newcastle, £55 million on a 5-year contract from Nottingham Forest.
I mean, it's definitely a good move for Nottingham Forest because you earn pretty much money for this guy, and I feel like that Newcastle usually don't pay this much of money for this type of player, but otherwise, I feel like he's pretty good fit for Newcastle. But for this money, I'd rate it only about 7 at best.
Yeah. Fair enough, 7. Yeah, I think the fact that, just like Victor mentioned with Zubimendi, Elanga is not going to face any physicality issues because he's already familiar with the terrain of the Premier League. So it's more like plug and play, get ready to action and whatnot. Anyways, moving on. I know this is, a football related channel. We don't do comedy, but this next question is something that could pass on a comedy central channel. So Tottenham included add-ons in their 50 million pound bid for Mohamed Kudus, and those add-ons would only kick in if they win the Champions League or the Premier League. And surprisingly or not, West Ham rejected that offer instantly. Victor, is that the joke of the year for you?
Oh man, might as well chuck in the Ballon d'Or cause, right? Clause, right? It's just so. I think they're getting ahead of themselves. They've kind of tasted glory now in the Europa League, and they think they can take on the world. It's just flipping hilarious, honestly. If I were West Ham, I would charge them an extra 20 mil just for the audacity.
Exactly. I mean, even Arsenal would be silly to include this kind of terms in a contract. The only club that should have the audacity right now is Manchester City. And the club would not be afraid, because even if they are scared of them winning the Champions League, the Premier League looks plausible. So only Manchester City should be including something like this in any potential deal. It's just a crazy joke from Spurs, anyways. And moving on to someone looking for a way out and a fresh start, Jack Grealish should be allowed to leave Manchester City for 40 million this summer. And remember, we spoke about Grealish as one of the flops in quotes in Premier League history, given the price that it was sold for and whatnot. But the question marks is that would City find anybody willing to pay 40 million for Jack Grealish?
40 mil, I'm not really sure, but probably there are a lot of teams that would like to take him, and he's probably wanted to leave Man City to show that he's still capable of doing great things as he did for Aston Villa. I feel like that Grealish just choose the bad decision to move to Man City. Otherwise, he could go from Villa to somebody like Spurs and probably do much better than he did at City. So I still feel like he can do better, but I'm not sure that somebody is signing him right now for 40 mil.
Maybe
Yeah.
drop another 10 mil or so. Maybe Wrexham takes him.
Yeah, I mean, true. Wrexham could be able to swing 30 million pounds or 20, who knows. And the thing about Grealish, my controversial take about Grealish is that even at Aston Villa, he was not super special. What made him special was the fact that he was Villa. So he was doing that for Villa. I don't think he has ever been super, super special. And
At least he
the
was
move to
pretty
City
flashy.
probably just exposed the move to City probably just exposed all of that anyways, in my opinion. So, but yeah, we're just going to see how everything unfolds. And on that note, we're asking our viewers to join us in the conversation. Should Liverpool sell Darwin Nunez? What is going on at Tottenham and that joke of an offer? And what is the fate of Jack Grealish? Would he leave City? And if he's going to leave, who are the potential clubs that could sign him? We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you think. And until then, we'll bring you more transfer news as they happen in our next episode.